today, on our behalf, it's nothing to talk about. As far as me is the game, we got our butts kicked, handed to us. So we hung around for a minute, never could get our offense going. They pressured us, they bothered us, but at the end of the day, we got our butts kicked. It's embarrassing, very disappointing. The one thing that we've done all year, even though we've come up short, we've competed. Today, that wasn't the case. That just wasn't the case, and that was the one thing. As a coach, as you're trying to build and you're going through a rough patch, you want to see fight. You want to see people keep competing and playing. And I thought we did that, but today was the first day that we didn't. I'm very disappointed in, myself. I'm very disappointed in, the outcome of the game and the way we played that particular game. Again, you can play games and you can lose games, but, you have moments that you play well and you give yourself a chance to win. Today, that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. And so again, Maryland did what we knew they were going to do. You turn the ball over 21 times. You can't win any game doing that. They made 12 threes. Everything. Like I said, it was nothing to talk about. It was just it was embarrassing. Questions.
Yes, so where do you go from here? What kind of conversations did you have in the locker room with the team about, you've got more games to play, so what did you guys talk about?
We talk about, obviously this is a break now, and this is always a tough time to play right before break. It is. I thought us being on the road would have kind of quelled that a little bit, helped us a little bit on that, helped us with that, but it didn't. We got a lot of games left, but something has to change. And that's what we talked about, and that's, we all got to look deep down inside and figure out what we got to change. Obviously, a lot of it, everything is on me. I'm responsible for it. No question about it, I'm responsible for it. So I got to make some changes. I got to look at some things, look at them differently, but, I told our players, this is a team, so they have to do their part as well. And that's, I'll leave it at that. That's the conversation that we talked about. It's more, obviously you can go more in depth, but I'll leave it at that. It's on me. I got to make some changes. I got to look deep down inside, and I think they have to as well.
What was the issue just at the very beginning of the game? I know you had the turnover issues, but a lot of them were live ball turnovers. Was there anything that Maryland was doing in particular that was causing those things?
No. They pressured the ball. It was the first time we tried to simulate that during the whole week, getting ready, but obviously, that's the style of play that they play, and they're really good at it. I thought, we talked about, getting open and creating space and being physical and running the ball into your hands. I don't think we did that. And then, we told our bigs, obviously when they catch the ball, we knew that they would try to double. They came very aggressive. So the first time, you understand it, but then we kept doing it. So that's what I didn't understand. We didn't move, we didn't cut. So it was really, we just kind of stood around. We did stand around, and they just, that was it. We didn't move, we didn't fight to get open. We didn't fight to get open. We talked about that all week. Fight the pressure. You got to fight the pressure. You got to get open. You got to move. They try to take you out of their stuff, and they did.
And you did have a week off. Do you feel like that this particular team felt out of rhythm? Do you think that time actually hurt you more than it helped you?
No, we didn't show up today, and that's on me. We didn't show up today, and I would love to sit here and tell you something else, but I can't. We just didn't show up. A week off, 2 or 3 days off, we've played better than that all year. Even in our losses, we've competed. Today, that wasn't the case.
Coach, last time you guys played here, you guys showed some encouraging signs. What's kind of gone wrong in the months since then?
We've lost our best player and one of the best guards in the country. JJ, he averages 20 points a game. He does a lot of stuff for us, and in this game in particular, it would have been great to have another ball handler. That was the thing. They wore JC out, we don't have another ball handler right now. So, Chopper, he can dribble the ball. Elijah, he can dribble the ball, but he's not a ball handler, so to speak. He's an attacker guy. And that's what they did. They made us work every dribble, every step of the way. JC, he had to tough it out and play 40 minutes for us because we wouldn't be able to handle the pressure without it, and we didn't even do it with him. And he wasn't the reason. It was when the ball got out of his hand. The other guys didn't handle the pressure well.
Since taking over as head coach, where does this loss kind of rank among the worst since then?
This is the worst. This is the worst, just because, like I said before, I thought we were ready to at least play and compete, and we didn't. To anybody that watched that game, that didn't look like it. It just didn't. It just didn't look like it, and that's again. I thought we were ready. Obviously, we wasn't. So this is the most disappointing a loss that I've had since I've been here. Again, you're gonna have losses. No coach goes undefeated. You don't go undefeated in the season. You have, we know the season is full of, ups and downs sometimes. You got to fight, and we have been doing that. But today, this one really hurts because, we didn't have that fight. We just didn't have it today.
Coach, you've continuously talked about not seeing that fight today. How do you enforce that at this point in the season to get to where you want to be?
Well, I think today was the first time. When we played here before, we got down big to Texas. We came back. All right, Texas Tech, same thing. Even our last game against Georgetown, we got down and we came back and we just made some tough plays. We did some stuff, but today was the first day that I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Loose balls. We box out. We can't get the rebound. Those are the things. The toughness plays, the 50-50 plays. Shooting comes and goes. Being able to handle the pressure. Those are the things that we can control, and that's what I didn't see today. I just seen that we got rattled today.
And then we saw a little different lineup with Jair starting, but then quickly coming out. I guess, what could you say about kind of the idea behind that and what you saw from that group?
Let me see. How could it wasn't an idea behind it. Actually, it was something that was miscommunicated. So, that's what it was, and it wasn't, that happened. So we had to start off the game that way.
Time for one more, Mike. Did Maryland's defensive intensity put you guys on your heels, or was there just a lack of aggressiveness to start with, and then it snowballed?
I thought in the beginning we got some shots and we didn't make them, but we couldn't get better shots. The ball kind of stuck, and I thought after we missed a couple and then they ran out because it was a moment it was going back and forth. So to answer your question, initially I didn't think so. I thought we kind of figured out how to do some things and get the ball a little bit in there. We just didn't convert, and I think after we converted, I thought that's when it just kind of snowballs. We get under the basket, we miss a layup. You dribble it out of bounds. In those little close counters and into the basket. And I thought those are the things that started those things started taking effect. But again, Maryland they really pressured the ball, but they could. They knew we only had one ball handler. They knew that, and they did a really good job of making him work and getting the ball out of his hands to other guys, and other guys that we have are just, they're not there yet, comfortable with making decisions. And then when you play with Eddie or your 4, your 5s, and now they have to initiate, now you got those guys, on a perimeter, and, we don't have any inside presence, and we have been scoring a lot on the inside this year. And again, offensive rebounds, we only had 6 today. We normally, we get around 10 a game, 10, 11, 12 a game. We didn't have any, we didn't have any presence because of that pressure.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.